Change can be a positive or negative occurrence in art, for that matter, in every field. Art and literature has traditionally been seen as a way for people to express their thoughts, feelings, and express a meaning or message. Over time, one's art can be changed and modified by others, changing its meanings and intentions to fit the agenda of the individual best. I'll be using a famous folktale that's meaning has changed throughout generations as an example. Little Red Riding Hood is believed to have spread orally through discussion and dates to at least the 10th to 11th century, but its origins go beyond that. There are countless variations to this tale, and I want to compare two of the most popular and well-known modifications of the folktale. They both have similar accountings, yet their meanings and interpretations are vastly different. This will illustrate how just adding and changing a little bit of information can change the intended meaning of a story and how it is perceived. Charles Perrault's Little Red Riding Hood, 1697. There was a pretty country girl who lived in a village. Her mother cherished her, and her grandmother was no different. She often wore a little red cape that was made for her, which suited her. One day she was told by her mother to take some food to her grandmother. Little Red left as soon as possible. On her way, she encountered a wolf, who intended to eat her but decided against it due to there being a woodcutter nearby. He asked the girl where she was heading. The poor naive girl did not know it was dangerous to talk to wolves, and so she told him where she was going. He took the shortest path available, and the girl was easily distracted by the beauty of nature. When the wolf got there, he impersonated Little Red and managed to trick the grandma, and as soon as the door opened, he ate the helpless granny. He then closed the door and jumped on the bed, awaiting the girl's arrival. She soon knocked on the door, and the wolf responded with, "Who's there?" At first, the little girl was afraid, but then realized that her grandmother was feeling ill. Little Red Riding Hood reassured the wolf that she came to bring some food. The wolf told her to enter in as soft of a voice as he could. When she entered, the wolf told her to put her basket on the stool and to get into bed. When the little girl jumped in bed, she started to ask a series of questions, which ended up with the wolf eating the helpless girl. Another popular version of the fairy tale, Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm's Little Red Cap, 1857. Since the beginning of this version is similar enough to the previous version, and the second half is unnecessary for this analysis, I'll only be summarizing the ending. A huntsman was just passing by and found it strange that the old woman was snoring so loudly. He stepped inside, and in the bed there slept the wolf that he had been hunting for. Grandma can still be saved, he thought. I will not shoot. He took a pair of scissors and cut open his belly. He saw a red cape shining through. He cut a little more, and a girl jumped out and cried how afraid she was. Then the grandmother came out alive as well. Then Little Red Cape fetched some large heavy stones to fill the wolf's belly with. And when he woke up, he tried to run away, The stones were so heavy that he fell dead. The three of them were happy. The huntsman took the wolf's pelt. The grandma ate the food that Little Red had brought. Little Red Cap vowed to herself that as long as she lived, she would never leave the path and run off into the woods by herself if her mother tells her not. The conscious choice to change the helpless and melancholic ending into a positive and safe one changes the intentions of the fairy tale. Charles has said that the moral is that children, especially attractive ones, should never talk to strangers because they may become food for a wolf. He says wolf, but there are various kinds of wolves. Some are charming, quiet, polite, unassuming, complacent, and sweet. Unfortunately, it is these kinds of wolves who are the most dangerous ones of all. This makes it easier to understand the symbolism in the wolf. He is meant to represent the evil men in the world who prey on innocent and childish women, using them as a tool or worse. This tells women to stay clear of these males and become more aware of their surroundings. However, this message is modified in Little Red Cap, as them being saved lessens the impact on how much of a danger the wolf was, making it seem as if the wolf was just lucky. In conclusion, pieces of media can be changed and altered by many people, changing the original creator's intentions and perceptions, which can lead to some completely different outcomes.
This menu looks like some kind of cryptic code, and if I choose something wrong, someone will bring a secret box with a bill for several £1,000 inside.
Don't worry, Fetko. I know this menu like the back of my hand, so there will definitely be a bill for several thousand. Don't worry, I'm kidding. Let me recommend something tasty and inexpensive.
For me or for the restaurant?
Both.
You know, I was thinking of something special for tonight. Something even this menu can't offer.
Then, sushi, a foolproof option.